Hey you guys, we are back from Cancun. Well, we're basically going to jump right back into it and we're going to do a tailgate table install from American Adventure Lab. We got it back from Powder Coatings. Oh, it looks so awesome. And this, well, this is where it's going to go. So, how we get it up there, Sean?
Well, we'll have to remove all this plastic here because it's going to literally take the place of all of the black that you see right here on the tailgate. And let me add that, you know, I seen this table at SEMA 2019, and when I seen it, I knew that I had to have it, right? I knew that we was getting the EcoDiesel. I knew that it was going to be pumpkin orange, and I said I need the best table on the market, even though it wasn't on the market yet. We waited for this table. We ordered it in December of 2019. Finally got it. So stoked. We had it powder coated to match the Jeep. Can't wait to install it. Looking at the table, I totally forgot about something. If you come over here, check it out. So it's got this little touch. There's no button, it's just touch. LED strip for when you're, I don't know, at night or whatever you need to make a sandwich. So I've got to install the electrical cord for this. So I think first things first, I need to dismantle the Jeep, right? The only 12 volt power supply we have back here is this 12 volt DC charger here, which I've kind of tapped into it already and put this little triple piece in here with the little switch on it. Runs my cooler, charges my flashlight, etc. Is it ideal? No, but it works for now. I'll probably change that out with something a little more permanent, something that maybe looks a little better. So what I'm going to do now is pull this rubber trim off of here, and I'm going to take both sides of this off. What I'll end up doing is bring that wire from that light that mounts it. It'll be up in here somewhere. I'll bring that down, take it through right here. I'll drop it down in this crack and secure it and bring it all the way through here, and then I'll go back up into this piece here, and then I'll tie it into this 12 volt. Since everything's LED, I don't think this thing's going to be overloaded at all, so it should be fine. If something arises, a problem arises, then I'll change it. I'll run some stuff up from the battery this way, which I probably will eventually anyways because of the Dometic cooler and the charger and all the other accessories we're going to have back here. So we'll see. If it gives me a problem, then I'll address it. If not, we're going to use it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dismantle all this stuff and get ready for the wiring, and then I'm going to take the tailgate apart and get it ready for the table. Okay, so I got this panel off. This is the cigarette lighter port, the 12 volt port. That says cigarette lighter. We don't smoke. This is the port we're going to tie that light into. It's not going to draw anything as far as amps or voltage, hardly. So got that out of the way. This is the connector. This is the connector here that we're going to tap into. You can see how already I've tapped into it once before for this this outlet here. See, it'll light up 12.2.
The one we had.
Yes, that's the one we had up here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and tap into this. After I get the table installed, I'm going to undo all this and I'll tap into it. And I'll probably go ahead and tap my Streamlight charger base into it as well. So just so I don't have all this extra cord wrapped around the row bar. So I'll tie this into it, and then I'll tie the light into it all at the same time. So it should be good now. Time to take this off. A lot of people use what they call trim tools to remove all this kind of stuff because it doesn't scratch it. It's basically a plastic, it's metal or plastic tool that you get in here. Most of them have a little fork to it. You get in there and you pry them out. This probably won't go back on my Jeep, so I'm not really worried about it. So that's the next step into it. Okay, so This is all held on by plastic clips. I'll just pry this in here like this. You can see the little retainers here and here, all the way down. Just grab it. Once you get one side out, you just kind of grab and pull as you go. Pops off, no issues. Same thing over here. And like I said, I'm using a screwdriver. A lot of people don't want to use screwdrivers. They scratch things. I'm not really concerned about it. Pop it in. Get a good grip of where you put your fingers in, and then pull all the way down. Ta-da! No problems. Here's all your little plastic clips that hold everything in. And we'll remove all of these. Any of these that stayed in, we got to remove, because American Adventure Labs gives you screw-in, or they're clips, but they're screw-in clips the screws will hold to. So we're going to remove all those. Keep these clips. These work on a lot of your body panels, so keep them. You never know when you might need one.
Don't look now, but there's serious concentration going on back there.
So there's more. Okay, so they only give you 8 grommets. So now we need to figure out which grommet go to which slot. Looks like from the directions here, we're gonna get 2 here. So 1 here. And since this is a slot, they may need to be adjusted side to side, so that when they line, so basically they'll line up with the holes on the table. So 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Actually, all of these across the bottom get them. Okay, and then so 1 here and 1 here, and another 1 here. Which we are short of grommet.
Okay.
Damn it, I just opened those, so I know I'm not missing anything.
Okay, after a few minutes of scrambling, we realized that he may have opened the package over in this area and dropped one of the grommets. So we were not missing a grommet. We actually had all of them, and they are all installed.
Ta-da!
You have 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. You got 2 over here, and then you have the 4 along the bottom here.
Yep. Good to go.
All right.
Okay, so now that we have all the grommets in for all the bolts, first things first, you got to line the table up, get it in there, put these 2 bolts in here. It's got a 4mm Allen head wrench that'll put these in, and then this is your catch for your table when you fold it up. But what I just found out is, make sure you route your wire where you want it to go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna route it. I'm gonna loosen these bolts back up. I'm gonna route this down and behind this plate, and then make it come out right here. That way I can get it over there where I need it, so to get the power. So make sure you do that. If you put everything on and forget to do this, and you tighten it all down, you're gonna be upset, because you gotta loosen everything back up and get this to where it needs to be. So FYI. And there's where we're at right now. I'm going to tighten these up just a little bit, and then put this in, and then we're gonna get our screwdriver. We're gonna line these grommets up, because remember they were in the slot, so they have to be lined up to where the screws will go in. We'll use this screwdriver here. It's small enough to go through the hole, and that will let our grommets go wherever we need them. We'll do that to all of them, all 9 of them, and then once we get this where we need it, then we'll tighten all those up. We'll set our catch. It's got to catch just right for this to stay in place, and then after that, we'll wire it up. Should be good to go. Okay, so we got it loosely bolted up, and I will say, so you have 4mm heads on the bigger bolts that are in the middle of the table, which are these here, but these here are not 1mm, so it's going to be a 5/64. So keep that in mind. You will need millimeter and a standard Allen wrench for this application. But it is bolted up loosely. We're fixing to tighten up all the bolts now, and then wire in the light. So we should be good to go after that. And adjust the latch for the table. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm wiring in the light, but unfortunately they don't give you enough wire to go from here over to this socket. I don't know if they may expect you to run all new wire back. I don't know, which everyone's different. Everybody's going to wire it a little bit differently, which is fine, but I'm going to tie it into this already there 12-volt supply, which doesn't have to turn the vehicle on to get power. That way, if we're stopped somewhere, side of the road, side of the trail, we don't have to have the vehicle turned on to get power here. Okay, so I finally got her spliced in. This is the wire for the table. I went ahead and spliced in my little auxiliary 12-volt power here. And then also my Streamlight charger. This is the best light on the market, by the way. Anyways, got them all tied in. We should be good to go. And Boom. Perfect. Looks awesome.
Power!
We got the power.
I have the power.
Now I just got to get all this stuff here fixed in where it needs to be. I'll do some zip ties here and there, get everything secure, and adjust this latch. This latch is pretty ingenious, and the reason why I spent so much money on a tailgate table was I did not want something back here rattling. It's not really rattling. I mean, this is gonna rattle if you hit it, but we're not gonna be hitting it driving down the road. And the latch is really simple. You just push in. So it's all installed, and I figured I'd gonna run through some things with you guys, just basic functionality. I think I talked about it a little bit before when we did the install, but we took a trip today. I didn't hear any rattles, but anyways, it's got the push button here. You lower it, basically push in, pull down. It's got the magnet here to hold utensils, touch LED lighting. It's got the bamboo. It's got two choices. I think one was bamboo and the other one was hickory. Bottle opener here with the trash bag holder there, like a Walmart sack or whatever. And to close it, basically just shut her down, and it's in there. It's tight. And it's got the safety catch here just in case. I guess this may fail, but the quality of this, I don't see it failing at all. And then of course it's got the mold pack on the bottom for items like this. But overall, I really like it. We're gonna get to use it pretty soon. We're going to Moab in October. We're thinking about doing a Colorado trip as well. So we shall put it to the test. Otherwise, fit and finish is great. So look them up. Good stuff.
Okay, so a couple of zip ties later, and that is not going nowhere, I swear it. Emergency. I need the emergency bag, hurry! Yeah! 911! See? Zip ties are your friend.
Well, the buttons weren't strong enough apparently, so zip ties.
The buttons on the bag aren't strong enough for my aggressive pull-off maneuver, so zip ties is where it's at.
There you go.
Yeah.